Hello, I'm Stephen Boylan from Easons.com, and I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Melissa Hill to Eason today. Her new book, The Hotel on Mulberry Bay, has just been published by Simon Schuster. Melissa, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Book number
14.
Book number 14. Wow. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, the place called Mulberry Bay is a small seaside town in the southeast coast of Ireland. It's a fictional town, and thriving tourist town, and in the centre of all this is the hotel in the title. But the hotel has run at hard times. Times have been tough for it, and it hasn't kept up with developments in the town. So something happens which results in the hotel possibly having to be closed.
Okay.
So when the townspeople discover this, they get very worried because they have huge associations, past nostalgic associations with this hotel. Anniversaries, birthdays, first dates, first kisses, weddings, the usual of a hotel that's central in a town, and they get very upset about this when they hear the hotel might be sold. So they try to do their best to save it in conjunction with the family who run the hotel.
So it sounds a bit topical kind of from the last few years of kind of businesses getting into difficulty.
I think so, yeah, and it's that whole thing of you never really know what you've got till you've gone. You know, it's a cliche, but it's true. And the inspiration for me, actually, I'm from a small town in County Tipperary called Care, and we have a hotel in the centre of town. It's not run down or anything like that, but I know it would break my heart if it did go, because I have huge associations with that hotel as well. And I think everybody in the town would feel the same way. So it's very much about community and sacrifice and what you need to do to save something that's precious. And
hotels in Zamora Chapter are still very much the part of the small town.
Exactly,
kind of
the centre of a community, and that was always the case with the Bay Hotel in this situation. And also the hotel too serves as a focal point for the family who run the hotel, because it's mum and dad and two sisters, and one of the sisters is away in London, so she needs to come back to sort out the future of the hotel. And obviously being in London, she's very, very busy lifestyle, comes back and thinks that she can pop right in and sort it all out and go away again, and she finds that no, it's not quite that simple.
So immigration, so everything's
So the
advance word on the book is fantastic, that it's a great read. Taking your author hat off, and when you're a reader and you're sitting down to read something, what do you look for in a book? What are the ingredients of a really good read?
Oh, first and foremost, it has to be escapism. I read for escapism, so I love to escape into a town or a community, something like that, a group of people, and discover different things about their personalities. Intrigue is also very important to me, something that keeps me turning those pages. And I need that almost right from the beginning, be it about a character, part of a plot, whatever. And I do love if there is something that surprises me at the end. So that would be the main thing for me.
And from a genre point of view, do you kind of like to read across a lot of genres, or do you have a specific type, kind of a favourite?
I do love reading crime fiction, I have to say. That's probably my biggest, I'm a big fan of that. And of course I love women's fiction also, and all the other Irish authors, big fan of all of those. But I think, escape into the crime.
Brilliant. So speaking of crime, everybody knows who's Melissa Hill, but tell us who Casey Hill is.
Yeah, Casey Hill is the pseudonym of me and my husband, Kevin. And we write crime thrillers together, forensic thrillers, CSI style, stuff like that. Very much along the lines of what I like to read.
Very good.
And I had started 1 year ago, and then just got so busy with my own stuff that I couldn't finish it. But Kevin always loved the idea, and he basically took the beginning of the script and went off and finished it.
Yeah.
He came back to me and said, "What do you think about this?" And I was expecting it to be a disaster, because you never know what's going to come up. And I actually really, really enjoyed reading what he'd come up with. So then we went back and forth a little bit and worked on it, fine-tuned it a little bit, and Casey Hill was born.
Fantastic. The Watched is the latest one.
The Watched is the latest, yeah.
So when you're writing a Casey Hill book and a Melissa Hill book, what are the two different approaches then from your point of view? Do you start the story differently? Do you start with a crime book? Do you start the story at the end and work backwards, or how does that work?
It's very, very different process, because I think with mine it can be very organic. I would have the germ of an idea and I would sit down and I can literally take it from day to day. Whereas when I'm writing with Kevin, because there's two of us, we need to really know in advance what we're going to do. So we roughly sketch out the plot. We're never sure. At some points we're not even sure who the killer is, or even if there is a killer.
Okay.
To try and make it a little bit more intriguing. But we literally go off then, based on what we've discussed, and write two different drafts, and then come back and merge them together into one. So you can imagine the conversations that entails. Which one is the best?
Brilliant stuff.
So it's great fun.
Obviously we're just running a new book club, and book clubs are a huge part of the Eason customer base. So from your point of view, what's next? The next big read for you? What's next on your bedside table?
I'm reading Harlan Coben's The Stranger actually at the moment. I'm a big fan of Harlan Coben. What I love about him is he combines crime fiction with sort of domestic fiction in a way. So you get that sort of very, very similar to the escapism of real people, real lives, rather than following a case by case basis in a procedural or something like that. So I love what he does, and he always does. Great layers of intrigue and twist at the end. So yeah,
it's very a huge author for us as well.
Yeah.
So last thing is a really exciting thing to go along with the hotel at Mulberry Bay is that we have a competition to give away a beautiful mulberry bag, which you can see there. If you want to enter the competition, there's more information on the website, or you can click on the link in the description along with this video. And the hotel on Mulberry Bay is available in store and online with easons.com. So Melissa, thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck with the book.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
See you again soon.